Hey everyone, I hope everyone's having a great day. I just wanted to share a little video about getting out of your own way. And before I start that, I also want to share the reasons why I'm making these videos. And the reasons why I'm making these videos is because I want to help people. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, mainly with drug addiction and everything that goes along with that. If anyone knows anything about drug addiction, I'm sure you're more than aware of all the suffering that is created through that. So coming out of all this suffering and all of the struggles that I went through, um, I've come to the realization that all I want to do is help others in any way I possibly can. And I'm hoping that these videos in some way do that. Okay? So, without any further delay, I want to talk about getting out of your own way. So, first thing is we need to realize that we are responsible for absolutely everything in our lives, good or bad. Okay? Everything that has happened to you, everything that you've experienced, the positive things and the negative things. Okay, it's entirely your fault. And now you might think, well, Scott, this happened to me, and like that was kind of out of my control, or this happened to me, and okay, granted, some of it maybe is, but for the most part, you are entirely responsible for everything that happens in your life. Okay, it's funny because all the suffering that we have in our lives, the majority of it, definitely all of the mental suffering, is created by, guess what? No one else but ourselves. If you realize that you're creating all your own suffering, if you can understand that and you can accept that, that's actually very liberating. And I'll tell you why. It's liberating because if you are creating your own suffering, if you are causing all of that mental anguish yourself, that means that you have the opportunity to change it. And you can rewrite your future. You can rewrite how your life is going. And you do have the power to change it. Because guess what? You're in control of your life. No one else. Not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister, not your cousin, not your friend, not your teacher. No one is in control of your life but you. Now think about that. If you realize that you are entirely responsible for everything that has ever happened in your life, good or bad, that means you're not the victim. That means you're the creator. And you can create whatever you want in your life. When I was in active addiction and when I was creating all this suffering for myself, I always thought that I was the victim and that, oh, why me? Poor me. And until I realized that I was creating all this for myself and that I had the power to change it, nothing was going to change. So I was constantly telling myself, or my mind was constantly telling me, that I'm not good enough, or I'm a loser, or I'm a drug addict, or I'm this or I'm that. And I believed what my mind was telling me. I believed these stories that my mind was creating out of thin air that weren't actually true. And that's a good piece of information to understand too. And it may seem a bit out there and weird, but you are constantly being lied to by your mind. Your mind is constantly making up stories that are just absolutely fabricated, that are not real, that we believe because our mind has told us this for so long, and we've been conditioned for so long, for so many years. So ever since we're a little kid, ever since we start processing information, and probably from past lives as well, we are told stories, and our mind is constantly going through these thought loops and these cycles and these repetitions, and we believe them because we think that that is us. We think that we are our thoughts, but we're not. We're not our thoughts. If you meditate, or if you ever just like can sit for a second and just breathe and just look at your mind and watch it, you'll see that there is thinking going on, but then there's also someone hearing the thought and hearing the thinking. So who's number one, who's thinking? Number two, more importantly, who's hearing the thoughts? So in order to get out of your own way, you have to disengage from your thoughts. And what I mean by that is to not be attached to them and to not, more importantly, believe them.
So, just to recap. Number 1, realize that you are responsible for everything that happens in your life and that you are creating all your own mental suffering. Number 2, stop believing everything that your mind tells you by disengaging with the thought. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I love you so much. Thank you for watching.